Hey guys, girls, welcome back to 606 Garage. Another beautiful weekend, considering it's been a weather for ducks all week. Been fairly busy this week, but not in the shop. That being said, I need to get busy down here, but I'm not going to today. I might tomorrow. This is F-Body weekend at the Somernites cruise. That's firebirds, Camaros. I think that's about it. So, and like I said, this is not a Fox Body channel, although they're everywhere. One of my favorite, if not my favorite car is a 67, 68 Camaro. And I have two favorites. I like the 67 Super Sport 396 car. I like the 68 Z28. It's two cars that I had, two of my favorite cars to this day. And I'll be honest with you, I don't ever anticipate this happening, but if it was to happen, I'd be very blessed. I would love to buy a brand new Camaro body, whether it be 67 or 68. I would like to actually do two of the cars that I'd had, but if I had my pick first, I would do the 67 396 car, 4-speed, white with the bumblebee stripe around the nose. I'm sorry, red with the white bumblebee stripe around the nose. No spoiler, just a kind of a bare bones super sport factory drag car. And I would love to build one, and I'd love to build one on this channel, and I'd like to see how much of it we could build with brand new parts. But that being said, that'd cost a fortune, and I don't have a fortune, so that's kind of out of the question. But anyway, let's go check this out down here in Somerset, show you around, let you see what I see. I hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned. Alright guys, now you are coming up on my favorite car here. This is a 67 Camaro, 396, 375 horsepower, 4-speed car, super sport. Now these are very rare, and this is by far my favorite car here. If I could have any pick, this is the one right here. If it was only red with a white bumblebee stripe around the front, it would be absolutely perfect. But I'm going to tell you, I would take this car exactly the way it was. I mean, it's a beautiful car, and to me, it's by far the nicest car at this show. Alright, we got another beautiful car coming up here. Also, one of my favorite colors. That is the color I'd like to have. 68 Super Sport Camaro. It's a kind of a rally green color. I love the patina on this 069. That is pretty sweet. That is pretty sweet. There was definitely a lot of Chevelles mixed up with the F-body cars. They was not exactly separated like I thought they would be. But all in all, it was a great show. It was a great show. Alright, I have to show you or highlight this Judge. I believe it's a 68 or 69 GTO Judge. Man, you just do not see very many of these. And these are another one of my favorite cars. If I was to have a Pontiac, this would be the Pontiac that I would have. This particular one right here, I prefer the hideaway headlights, but I love it. And I love this old Camaro right here. Man, this thing looks awesome. I know it, it's not fully restored, but I love it. And that car sounds mean. That car is mean. Alright, now here's a brief look at the swap meet. Now this is usually here every time that they have a meet down here. And for the most part, there's a lot of the same people here. But this time, there's several new people. We're going to walk around. We'll see if we can find something. You just had to watch to the end to see if we bought anything. But they sure do got some nice vintage stuff. There's all kinds of stuff out here. Especially this intake right here. This intake caught my eye. Now this is a 3-deuce intake for a 348 Chevrolet. And will fit a 409 for 215 bucks. Looks like a deal. Got all kinds of engine parts, all kinds, but just, be aware of what you're buying. Look it over really good. This gentleman right here, he's right there in that same spot every time I'm here. Got a lot of old race car parts and, decent set of seats. They got some stuff. I wonder what the axles fit. Check out this raffle car. Man, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. 10 bucks a chance. 71 convertible. That'd make you a nice car to show up at a cruise in. And we got one more GTO here. Man, these cars are just... This body style is just beautiful. I just love the looks of these GTOs like this. Alright guys, we are back from the car show, cruise, whatever. Good times. Now as you can see, I threw in some video of the swap meet out there, just a little bit. Same place every time they have it. It's usually the same guys there, but there was a guy there that was different this time. I bought a couple things off him. Let me show you what I got. I bought a set. He had these mall pistons. Not really sure how you say it. Male pistons, I don't know. He said he thought they were for a small block Chevrolet when he bought them. And then once he started putting them in as they were numbered, he realized they were for a Ford. So I pulled the numbers on them real quick. They're for a 9.27 pin, which is actually a Chevrolet pin, or, Ford too. Some of those use those. 347. 5.4 rod, 30 over. So I was like, well, what do you want, buddy? He's like, $40. So I got a set of forged ball pistons here. They got a little bit of wear on them, but I think they'll be fine. 40 bucks. Not bad. Now over here, I have a set of double humped the 461 heads. Now this one here, it's got new valve guides and everything in it. Now they're both set up for screwing rocker studs. This one needs new valve guides, and it needs also some new valve seats. And I'm pretty sure that, you know, all these old heads like this need new hardened valve seats in them anyway. $100. He let me have them for $60. I thought that's definitely worth it. Now, it goes on the motor that those headers go on. And that 3-deuce setup and those Corvette valve covers. You can probably guess what that goes on. If you haven't guessed, it's that 34 Ford. It's going to be my ultimate old hot rod. And I'm trying to keep it as, you know, I like everything kind of period correct anyway. Now, I will tell you about the motor in that car. I have a later model Chevrolet block. I mean, it was a whole short 3/4 ton Chevrolet pickup truck. Mid-90s, I think. Before the Vortec era. So it'd be 90, 95 and down. But it's a roller block. It does not have a roller cam in it, but it has the provisions for the, you know, the dog bone retainer tray, whatever you want to call it, you know, that Chevrolet uses. It has the 3 posts in the middle of it. 1-piece rear main seal, which to me is the only way to go. So, you know, I slowly accumulate stuff. When I go out and I shop, I go out and look around. That's what I do. I look, and in my mind, I kind of always know what I have. You know, I've got this running tally in my head of all this stuff that I have. And especially, you know, special projects that kind of mean something to me or close to me, it always takes priority. And that 34 is at the almost very top of the list. And I've got this, you know, my little hatchback here that we're doing maroon. I got off my buddy Todd. And that 34 is probably my 2 priority cars. Now, like I said, the Capri, we're just playing. And honestly, I'm tired of playing with it. So I'm going to try to get this wrapped up. Actually, I'm going to stay home and work on this tomorrow. So y'all probably see another video come out tomorrow night. But anyway, got the heads for $60, pistons for $40. It was a good deal. I looked those pistons up. They were $780. 40, I'll take it. $40, I'll take it. The heads are probably worth every bit of what I paid for them, because by the time I spend the money to have those heads done and fixed, they will cost me more than a brand new set of aluminum heads. But I want a period correct motor. I wanted those 461 heads. Those are Fuelie heads, 60, whatever they are, 62 model. Actually, these are 64 model heads. It's stamped on them. So, like I said, I'm extremely happy with that find. And yes, it's going to cost a fortune to put those together. But mind you, I'm not going to be putting no titanium valves or no crazy stuff. That's going to be a street-driven car. It is going to have a roller camshaft. It is going to sound good. That means it's going to have some lift. But, you know, about my battery. Valve springs. You know, here's the thing. Oh, you got to buy valve springs. If I bought a brand new set of heads, I've still got to buy valve springs. People are so misconcepted as to how, I don't know if that's even the right word. My vocabulary is terrible. But people are so, there is no one size fits all valve spring. People, oh, well, those valve springs are good for 600 lift. You do not want those valve springs on a motor that only has 480 lift. You don't want that. I mean, so get the right valve spring for the right head. I mean, when I put valve springs in these heads right here, this motor's probably going to have about a 510, 520 lift-ish roller. And when it gets that, it's going to have valve springs good for about a 520 lift max. And that's what it needs. I mean, you want your peak pressure at the top of your, you know, when it's pushing a valve down. Other than that, it can, I don't know how to explain it. You know, your rockers can dance. But anyway, get the right valve springs. Get the right valve springs that matches your camshaft. And really, like I said, with this motor, it wouldn't matter anyway. I'm not racing a car. But there will be a time when I want to see that tack fly. And because it's going to be a stick shift car, it's going to be a low geared car. Because it's going to have a stick shift, it's going to have 5-speed in it. So it's going to allow me to have some low gears. It's going to allow me to have a little fun. That's how I want everything. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the car show. And I hope it's kind of, you know, encourages people to try to get out and do some things. You know, if you've always wanted to build a car and you're like, you know, it takes so much money, it costs this, costs that. I get that. 100%. You're not telling me anything that I don't already know here. But what I'm telling you is that if you have more time than money, spend your time looking for deals. You know, just because the first time you see something right away and you have to buy it, that's not the best thing to do. If you will just sit and bide your time. Like, I had no use for these pistons over here for $40, but guess what? Now I have the option. I'm that much closer. If I want to build a motor, now I can build a 347 stroker. Now I'm just going to bide my time. I might find a set of rods somewhere on closeout. Good deal. Now, connecting rods, probably won't buy used ones. Unless they're almost giving them away. Because you still, you know, spending money on them, having checked, resized, whatever. Crankshaft. You know, it's cheaper to buy a rotating assembly. I get it. But if you're going to build a stroker, you know, obviously you want to run good if you're building a 347 stroker. So now I'll get that. I'll buy this piece by piece as I go. And then I would hope to have saved enough money on it that I can more than pay for having it balanced. And, you know, that's how you get ahead of the game. That's how you get ahead of the game. Like me, this place is littered with parts because I just buy here and there as I see it, when I want it. Or I wouldn't say when I want it, but I'll say as I see it. I seem to find everything that I'm looking for stuff that I'm not even working on. So, that being said, I hope you had a good day, because I had a good day. And I love these old Camaros, and I hope you like my favorite car in there. That was my favorite car. Guys, have a good weekend. Hope your Saturday was great. I hope your Sunday's even better. And I hope that you get to see another video from me making some progress tomorrow. Peace. Be safe always.